Alright. Um, root chakra. How to heal your root chakra. Keep the Baruch covenant of the Most High Yah. Tauyah. Yeah. That's how you resurrect. It's how, as they say, the Kundalini rises, or the dragon rises. Oops. So yeah, to get out of the state of fear, to get out of the state of fear, of fear-based trauma programming, to rise from the root chakra, you have to keep the Baruch covenant, Tauyah, the covenant of the Most High Yah. Return home to the Most High Yah, the covenant, right? Get out of these systems. According to Leviticus 13, where they made a covenant with death, right? The Baphomet, Azazal, the Esau. They're the abomination of Christianity, and so on and so forth. They took the X, or the Kuzan Santa, Baruch, and they perverted it. They perverted the Ankh, the Ankara, right? Remember, the square in the compass with the G in it represents the body, the bone of the body, right? The root chakra. The sacral chakra, which also goes into the organs of reproduction, right, of the man and the woman. By crazy. By getting out of that trauma-based mind programming of the system, right? They're false enlightened ones. Esau, the trickster, the inverted perversions, right? They call Zeus, so on and so forth. Hey Zeus, so on and so forth. The J in Maya represents the serpent. They perverted it. So they perverted the sacred serpent wisdom. 3-Eye Atlas, which we know is right now, right? But anyway, this is a heretic. He is blasphemous. He is an abomination. And when you look at the X, that the Confederacy, the Confederate flag, right? The X represents Tau, covenant keepers of Yahuwah. Baruch, that the Chi, the Gi, right? Keeping the covenant and restoring the balance of the body, the temple, the order, and the designs of it, right? In alignment, a celestial, terrestrial environment, alignment, right? So Leviticus chapter 13 going through was showing the sign of how they chose to be rebellious and to be lawless, and to teach, to go opposed to the law of the Most High Yah, right? Common law, Yahuwah, natural law, tribal law. And in doing that, things were thrown off balance. It brought fear, right? Teknon laws. This is also in relation to Psalm 83. They were confederate against you and your hidden ones, yeah. The ones who remain with the Most High Yah in covenant, Baruch Yahuwah. It's not difficult to keep the covenant. This is why the so-called Khazarian Jews or whatever are adversaries of the Most High Yah, because look at what they do. All the covenant, look what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at what their institutions do. Adrenochrome, human trafficking, so on and so forth. All these hidden secret societies and all that. That's trying to hide things from the Most High Yah people, the Smithsonian, right? all these all this stuff that's been going on, right? So this is why the signs of prophecy and judgment are coming, right? These things are older than them, as we be, right? And Hinupe to summon Shenron, right? You need the 7 dragon orbs to be in one place to summon and pulsate, bring forth the light, right? The alignment, Kundalini alignment, right? Activation, DNA, chakra alignment, being put back into order, Inuk, right? Hinupe Inu, yeah. So, from the planet of the apes, and the super psionics, psionism, so on and so forth. Psi, the soul, right? Super souls. Yeah. Wow. I just turned and there's just so much. I feel you. Real good. I feel you. And then I seen artificial intelligence. Gene. ISIS. The ISIS gene. ISIS gene. So, secret teachings of all ages. Wow. I tapped into that a lot. So yeah, the ICN Council. This is things I want to talk about later. I'm gonna tap into some half hour and ISIS. That's it. That's all y'all, bro. Look again. The whole thing with Esau, the Jesus, the Christ thing, was done as a perversion to break the commandments of the Most High Yah, to teach, to be a breaker of that. That's why they like he came to die, and that they're trying to teach people how to die. That's not Yah. That's not life. Remembering him in his flesh and in his blood, to keep the covenant of death, let it be annulled. It's null and void. That shit's trash. Allah Yah. Baruch the Tauyah. Allah Yah.